And welcome back to Pure Nebraska. Mondays here on the show, we like to put the farm group called the Alliance for the Future of Agriculture in Nebraska, or AFAN, in the spotlight. It turns out there are some sorghum symposiums that are coming up very soon.
Organizers say the symposiums will provide timely and useful information to help sorghum farmers make confident and informed decisions for their operations. So join us now is Barb Kliment. She is the Executive Director with the Nebraska Grain Sorghum Board. Thank you for being here today, Barb.
Well, thank you. We wasn't certain we were going to make it.
Yeah.
Your husband helped you get here too, right?
He did indeed, and I think if I had to try that myself, I probably would have opted out.
It was kind of a team effort getting here.
It was a team effort.
That's
indeed,
good.
Indeed it was.
Thank you for that.
We're glad to be here.
We appreciate it. I know you're in 2 segments today, so John was a little concerned. He's like, I hope Barb makes it.
That's right.
We want to talk about some of these symposiums that are happening, maybe when and where.
Next week, and it sounds like that you've got great weather in the offing for that, so that's wonderful. On Wednesday, January 25th, we're at the West Central Research Extension Center in North Platte. And then the following day, on Thursday, January 26th, we're at the Hotel Grand Conference Center in Grand Island.
And both of these symposiums are going to be really interesting, and I think we have the graphics kind of showing people exactly what time and where. How long do these run? Are they from 9 a.m. to 5, or what do they
Well, they're
run?
a day long. We try to wrap things up by mid-afternoon or so. We're cognizant of the fact that most of these guys probably have livestock, and so they've got some other chores that they need to do. But yeah, we'll have coffee on at 9 o'clock, and we'll get the program underway at 9:30.
Great.
And we have wonderful speakers. In particular, we have a couple of agronomists that are going to talk about everything from basic sorghum production, in terms of seed selection, hybrids, that sort of thing, all the way down to harvest and the importance of residue management.
And you're going to talk about climate too, right?
We're going to talk about climate. Al Detcher, who's the associate state climatologist, is always, he's a perennial favorite, and so we always have him on our program. And then later in the afternoon, we have a panel of producers. We started that out several years ago on our symposium segment, and we took that off, and then we actually had producers say, bring back that producer panel. They love that opportunity to ask questions of producers. How do you do it, and what works on your farm?
And I know that some people might be speaking in North Platte, and there might be some speaking in Grand Island. There might be a few differences, but overall the same.
Overall, it's basically the same program, yes. And we have a couple of differences. We're talking a little more in particular about weed management and resistant weeds in North Platte, but for most part, we'll cover all of the topics on both segments. In Grand Island, one of the breakout sessions is a tax expert from York, Nebraska, Larry Kopsa. He'll be talking with us about tax changes in the tax law that might affect producers and blunders they can avoid.
Very good.
So that's always
important.
Always, that's an interesting component. Yep.
So Barb, are people registering now already?
People can register. Absolutely, they can call our office, or they can. We've got an email address that they can contact our office, and we'll get them registered. There's no registration fee or anything like that, but it's always nice to have a head count so we know how many sandwiches to make.
So I wondered, you're going to have lunch, right?
We're going to have lunch. We'll feed them. Yes, we'll have coffee and donuts on in the morning, and then we'll have a lunch, and then we have afternoon program. In Grand Island, as soon as we wrap up with the conference, we'll segue right into the annual meeting of the Nebraska Grain Sorghum Producers Association, and so we certainly invite all producers to stay and join us for that segment. And then we also want all of the certified crop advisors out there to know that we have applied for CEU continuing education credits, and so they can get up to 5 free continuing ed credits by attending the conference.
Excellent. And it is no charge, right? For
No
these
charge.
Symposiums?
No charge. Day long. Come, they'll learn a lot, they'll make new friends, and they have the opportunity to talk with other sorghum producers and people in the industry.
Excellent. All right.
Thank you, Barb. And you're sticking around, right?
I am sticking around. Yes, I got up this morning at 4:30 and baked a sorghum cornmeal coffee cake, breakfast cake, and we'll be serving that a little bit later.
We'll find out more about that. All right.
Getting up at 4:30. Thank you for the dedication.
Yeah, that's no problem.
That's great.
All right.